Hey guys, so the Taken King is out. I did a 23 and a half hour live stream, and easily the biggest question I got was, how do I gear up? This was asked in a variety of ways, like, how do I get light quickly? How do I farm legendary marks? Etc. I'm here to tell you that, well, it doesn't really work like that. Also, excuse my voice, given the 24-hour live stream, it is pretty shot. The best way to gear up is to just play the game, period. Just go play. This is because of how the new loot system works, so let's discuss. Getting to level 40 as fast as possible is actually going to benefit you. The reason I initially power leveled myself to level 40 was because it really didn't matter since I was over leveled for Taken King story content anyway. But what I soon realized was that this was actually the better idea in general because of how loot is awarded in the Taken King. I had a lot of people reaching the end of Act 1, aka the Regicide story mission, then basically asking, now what? Those players were maybe level 39 or level 40, around 180 to 200 light, and just had no idea what to do. I will say that compared to last year, this year's leveling and gearing experience is much better. After the conclusion of that mission, you enter Act 2, aka the Taken War, which is basically the next part of the game. More story missions, more quests, more everything. However, people want gear, so let's get to the point. Loot works like this, at least for gearing up purposes. Bungie wanted people to experience small power increases over a period of time, as opposed to gigantic power increases once or twice per expansion. So let's say you're at 200 light right now. When you go do an activity and you get an engram, you get a reward package, you get a drop, whatever it is, that reward will be catered to your current light level. So if you're light 200, the game is going to try and give you gear in between 200 and 215 light. This way, you are constantly improving your gear.
Ooh,
I got another Fortuna pendant, I think.
Now I get an engrams.
Oh, but this one's 214. So once you hit 210, maybe you see more 220 gear. You hit 220, you see some 230 gear. So how do you get this gear? Well, like I said earlier, you basically just go play the game. There's plenty of content for people to go do after Act 1. Hell, I did a 23 and a half hour live stream on the first day of the Taken King, and I still have quests to go do and activities I want to go do, like uncover more of the Dreadnought. These quests will lead you to different missions, which in the long run will give you loot. You keep doing more stuff, and gradually you will become stronger. But there's no secret formula or method to gearing up quickly. You just go do the content. You just go play the game. You don't need to do anything special or crazy. You just go play, and the game will handle the loot in a mostly overall fair way. You go do quests, go do missions, go do literally whatever you want to do in whatever order you want to do it in. It doesn't matter. At the very least, I would recommend getting your Do Strikes quest, as that's just a good way to get into the strike playlist and get some drops. You'll do 5 strikes, then you'll need to go do 5 heroic strikes, then you'll need to go do the Nightfall. The Nightfall quest rewards a 300 attack weapon. The Tier 3 Court of Oryx quest reward is a 300 light artifact. That's another you should try to go do. Just go play the game is all I'm trying to say. A lot of people are also asking how to earn legendary marks. After all, they are pretty important. However, at the moment they are limited in how you can earn them. A good amount of quests offer marks as rewards after completing them, 10 to 25 depending on the quest. However, quests are not really something that you can repeat. This is why you should do all of your quests. A big amount of marks are awarded. Next, you have your daily Crucible and your daily story missions, which award legendary marks. Finally, you have a set amount of marks you can earn from the Vanguard Heroic playlist each week. With the removal of the weekly Heroic, you are awarded marks for each strike up to a cap of 3 strikes. So after 3 Heroic strikes, you are done with earning marks for the week, and this is across all characters. Outside of that, your only option is to dismantle Legendary Year 2 gear, which only awards a few marks. You might be able to earn however many you want in a week, but the opportunities to actually earn them do not come around very often. Something you might want to consider purchasing first is a 280 light Ghost. You can still get Ghost drops, but for most people, their Ghost is probably going to be their weakest slot. So if you're still rocking a 210 or 220 light Ghost by the time you can afford a 280, it's not a terrible idea because it'll give you a very big boost to light, and as I explained earlier, higher light means higher light gear drops. Legendary marks are not really as important as you think they are. Gearing in the Taken King is not like year 1, at least right now, where you're trying to race to get legendary gear. You are going to find higher light level blue gear in the wild versus vendor gear. What the vendor gear should be used for is, if you really like a set of bonuses on a piece of vendor gear, you buy it, then infuse it up. Sure, marks are a little more important if you want a year 2 exotic weapon from the vendor, but I've always been of the mindset that exotics should be a big decision to purchase. Plus, you'll still be able to find high attack blue weapons in the wild, higher light than vendor gear. There is no quick and easy way of gearing up or farming marks or anything like that. You can't really farm marks. What there is just play the game. Have fun with the game, and you will eventually get loot, I promise. Go do your quests, any of them. Play with your friends. Don't worry about farming or anything like that. Nothing fancy, no tricks, no nothing. Just go and enjoy the game. Bungie kind of made things really simple this time around. More light equals essentially more power. That's all. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys on gearing up. It's pretty simple. Just have fun. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. But what I soon realized was that this was actually the better idea in general. Oh my god, I can't talk. I can't turn on the AC. Why am I turning on the AC? I can't talk.